The human body. As you have intentionally over time chosen or submitted to the separation from the earth, one result is that your relationship with your own bodies has been deeply affected. When we view the natural feminine as that which cannot be controlled or resists being controlled, we come into contact with your many layers of conditioning over thousands of years about how you view your bodies. The evolution of the human mind has brought it to break down wholes into their constituent parts in order to classify and understand them, as entire systems cannot be all at once understood in their complexities by a mind that has partitioned itself off into experiencing only linear, logical thought. The human body is just such a complex system. It has been in part because of your curiosity and in part because of your commitment to no longer experience needless suffering, and in part because you can do so, that you have come to conceive of the human body as you do. All of your study, research, and exploration has resulted in the view that the human body is a machine of sorts, one made up of many small parts that can malfunction. In fact, your consideration of the human body has led you to believe that it is a machine made up of parts that are just waiting to break down. This has much to do with how you approach and accept certain aspects of aging and this conception that seem a realistic approach to the body. But as you have failed in your logical linear wisdom to understand the truth that the human body is a physical manifestation of a being's energy field, you have misunderstood all of this entirely. I intend to speak in this teaching on aspects of this situation that are related to your past, present, and future relationship with the natural feminine in all its forms. But this is, in fact, an incredibly rich topic that deserves much focused and intention-based time and attention. Your conception of self has been entirely defined by this mindset, and it is time that you take back your power in how you relate to your bodies. The more you view the human body as a machine made up of many parts that are waiting to break down, know that it is an echo of the way that you have become conditioned to think of the world and the rest of nature. Your body is a part of nature, and, in major ways, how you treat your body is a reflection of how you treat nature, the earth, and the natural feminine in general. Even if you are a man in this life, the natural feminine is to be found within your body just as it is to be found in a woman's body. When something goes wrong with your physical body, you as a collective have mostly become inclined to address the symptoms of what is going on, and in general, you can entirely fail to see the reason that it is happening in the first place. There are holistic approaches to health that are very old, and there are those that are rather new in your bodies of knowledge, and these are now becoming relied upon more and more as people find that you call allopathic medicine in some or many ways less than serving of your greater good. The changes that are unfolding on Earth at present, those that are rooted in the evolution of consciousness, have to do with many people waking up to the fact that the ways that they treat their bodies has to do with more than taking care of a problem that pops up in any given moment. People are beginning to feel more deeply that the ways that they treat their bodies affects more than just their bodies. Examples of this include when an allopathic treatment for a condition or disease makes a person feel more sick than the original situation, or when the side effects of a drug last longer and cause more discomfort than the original complaint. You are, on a mass scale more each day, beginning to take back your power when it comes to interacting with and caring for your bodies as physical vehicles for the journey of your soul. And this is good news, to be sure. Are you wondering why I am spending time talking about your bodies? What has happened over the millennia of your conditioning surrounding the natural feminine about what it is and what it is supposed to be is that you have forgotten that to relate to the goddess in any way means to relate to her in every way. It is to see her influence, the influence of the natural feminine, in all parts of life, beings, and processes. Taking time to focus your attention on your physical body is a way of drawing your attention back to the fact that the natural feminine is everywhere at all times, and that relating to it, the goddess and the earth, also means relating to your physical bodies in particular ways. Just as I invite and encourage you to be in nature and spend time adjusting to how you sense and experience it, I invite and encourage you to do the same with your bodies. A key way to do this is to observe its reactions to how you treat it. Your body, as a complex natural system, serves at times, in fact, as a very simple feedback mechanism. It either likes how you are relating to and treating it, or it does not. Have you ever felt ill right after eating something? Have you ever experienced the urge to fall asleep in the middle of a day, even as you perceive that you are well rested? These are just two examples of the myriad ways that your body speaks to you. It is always telling you more about what you are experiencing than your logical linear mind can tell you. Your body is always giving you feedback about how what you are up to is affecting you. Your mind can hear and grasp what it itself has to say, and you humans have gotten yourself into such unhappiness by allowing this loop to persist. It is time that you alter how this loop works. In fact, please put a stop to the loop by taking in what your body is clearly telling you at all times in one way or another. The wisdom of the natural world is contained within your body. The goddess herself is in your body. The only issue has been that you have become at times unaccustomed to hearing the wisdom, and at other times conditioned specifically to ignore the wisdom or to leave it out of your worldview and what you think is important. But a value system that focuses on individual problems and fails to see the complexity of systems and the inherent wisdom of the natural world can only bring you to bring yourself to suffering. This failure to see and refusal to recognize the natural wisdom inherent in nature and the natural world, including your physical bodies, is at the root of much of the suffering that you have been going through for a very long time living as humans on Earth, all along its timeline. The situation has escalated in recent centuries, according to this timeline, but it has been a long progression over time related to the shift I discussed above about the reconception of who you are and what you will, in your present mindset, put up with from nature, which is, in fact, nothing. So now you are at a juncture, a turning point. It is what you would call a fork in the road. You have been leaning for so long towards making the choice to return to a healthier relationship with the natural feminine that, as I say above, many of you have been developing a deep craving that has affected your lives on all levels and in so many outward ways. The truth of it is that as a divine being, you have a fundamental need to connect with yourself as the divine, and this in many ways rests upon the state of your relationship with the natural world and yourself as an extension of it. The decision that you make about what fork you will choose is, in fact, made by you every time you make a choice about the food you eat. This single topic can illustrate how you conceive of the natural world, how you have been conditioned to think of nature itself and the natural feminine, and in turn can tell much about your relationship with the earth and the goddess. Bear with me. you will see that this is not so much of a stretch as your brain might first tell you.